Blocking is something that many newer knitters might not think about yet, but as you begin to work on more advanced projects, blocking becomes a key component to finishing your pieces and taking them from good to great. They can give your hats shape, help flat pieces lay flat, and open up lacework. Blocking can even help camouflage and hide imperfections. There are several techniques you can use for blocking, and which one you choose will depend on exactly which fiber you're working with. I'm going to show you how to wet block an item. Wet blocking is suitable for most animal fibers and blends, as well as some man-made fibers, and it has the added benefit of laundering your finished piece as well as blocking it. Let's start with the basics. All you'll need, aside from your finished product, is a big bowl, some rust-proof pins, detergent, and a blocking surface. Here I have a cowl that I made using fish scale lace, and this is a great pattern with a distinct texture that can add real character. You can see the ridges from the lace pattern. In this case though, I'd rather the item just sit flat. First, add a bit of detergent to the empty bowl. Less is generally more in this instance. There are a number of great rinse-free wool washes, including brands like Eucalan and Soak, though you can use something as simple as Woolite or even dish detergent. Next, fill the bowl with cool water and gently submerge the item. Be careful not to swish, rub, or agitate the item at all. The detergent will do all the work, and agitating an item made from animal fibers while it's wet may cause the item to felt and shrink. Let the item sit for 15 minutes, then carefully pick the item up out of the water and set it on a clean surface. Now empty and rinse the bowl, and then refill it with cool water and soak for another 15 minutes to rinse. When the rinsing is done, gently lift the item out of the water and squeeze it between your hands. Don't wring or manipulate it too much, and try not to let it sag and stretch. Set your item down on your blocking surface and gently put it into the general shape you want it. A good blocking surface is something soft enough that you can stick pins into, but firm enough that a drying piece won't curl it up at the edges. So, I'm using some foam blocking boards that I picked up at my local yarn shop, but I've seen people use similar foam boards that they got at the dollar store, or even an ironing board or a broken down cardboard box with a towel on top. And in fact, I used to just lay a towel down on the carpet in my apartment and just drive the pins straight into the rug, and that worked too. When you're ready, grab your pins and begin to really set the shape. Use the pins to clearly define the shape, open up any lace patterns, and hide any imperfections. You might want to keep a tape measure handy to make sure your edges are even. Touch the item as little as possible, because the more you manipulate it, the more likely you are to disrupt the original texture of the yarn. Now all that's left to do is let your piece dry. Make sure it dries completely, and keep in mind that wool in particular can hold a surprising amount of water and still feel dry. My general rule is that once an item feels dry, I let it sit for one more day before unblocking it. And make sure to keep it in a place where there's good airflow, but not too much direct sunlight. When your item is completely dry, simply remove the pins gently, like so, and wear with love. So pretty. Enjoy!